everybody, welcome back. This is Lee with Milk and Sugar Bath. Guys, I'm so excited. I have some really awesome news to share with you today. My husband and I have decided that we are going to be opening a small handmade soap shop. We live in Northwest Arkansas and we live in the town of Springdale. And we were very, very fortunate to get some news that there was a small retail space downtown in the old downtown area. And we decided to go ahead and rent it and give it a go and see how things go. So right now we are, working on products. We're doing construction in the shop, and there's just so many things that you don't even think about when you initially decide to do something like this that come into play as you move along. So the soap that I'm making today is going to be called Wildest Dreams, because not in my wildest dreams did I ever think that something like this would happen for us, and we're just overwhelmed and overjoyed. So I want to make kind of a soap that goes with our store theme. So I'm gonna go ahead, these are my base oils. I'm gonna add in my coconut milk, kaolin clay, and colloidal oats. Now, real quick, this is gonna be a layered soap today, and I wanna make sure that we have really solid, defined layers. So I'm gonna blend this in, and then I'm gonna split out this oil into 5 separate containers, and we're gonna do the lye, fragrance, color, and all the blending in each of those small containers. So let me blend this up. I'll let you see how I split everything out, but I might fast forward through that part. Okie dokie, we have all of our oils split into 5 containers equally. Now, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and fragrance each one of these containers and add the colorant right before I add the lye, and then we're gonna blend everything up together. Since it's such a small amount, I'm not worried. I actually do want it to go ahead and set up since it's layers between each one. The fragrance I'm using is from Candle Science. It's called Lush Linen, and it's beautiful. It doesn't really smell like a linen fragrance, and if it does, it's more of a super fancy laundry linen. So we've got that added in, and then I'm gonna add in some titanium dioxide. Now, I want those to be pretty darn white, so I'm gonna do 2, this is pre-mixed, 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to measure each one of these containers we're gonna do black and white stripes. We're gonna start with white. And we wanna measure those individually to make sure that all of our white layers match each other and all of our black layers match each other. I'm gonna add in now the lye solution at the proper amount, measuring everything. Very slowly. All right. And now we're gonna go ahead and blend this up and pour this layer into our mold. And the first layer is always the easiest because you're not pouring on top of another layer. That's where it becomes tricky. So I'm going to get the rest of this white in here. I'm gonna wait about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how long this takes to set up. And we'll do the next layer, which is going to be black. Okay, so the white layer set up pretty darn quick, which tells me this fragrance would accelerate if you were trying to do a nice swirl. So it may be good that we're just doing individual layers here and mixing the lye individually. So the next layer is going to be black, and I'm going to use activated charcoal. And then we're going to do white, black, and white again. The reason that I chose this for the store soap, if you will, is because it's my style is definitely a mix of Kate Spade and Jonathan Adler, if you know those two designers. So the store is going to be very much black and white with fun pops of color all over the store. And we've got some black and white curtains that we're going to use in there. It's going to be really cute. So I wanted to do black and white striped soap to match those curtains that we're going to use. Okay, so for the activated charcoal, I'm using 2 half tablespoons, so 1 full tablespoon of activated charcoal per black layer. We have our lye in, we have our fragrance in. I'm gonna get this blended up and we'll pour it on top of the white. So when we pour this in, I want to be very slow, and I'm going to put this spatula here to help drop or help break the fall. That's what I was trying to think of. And we're just going to let it flow on top of this white soap slowly all the way down until it covers. What I'll do is once we get a little closer to having everything ready with the store, I will definitely do a video and take you guys on a tour of the store and let you see all of the new products that we've been working on. And you'll probably see this soap on display. All right. I'm going to get the rest of this soap in. I'm going to wait another 5 to 10 minutes, let this layer completely set up, and then we're going to do white again, and then black, and then white. So since you've seen me do one of each layer, I may speed up the process for you, and then we'll get to decorating the top. Now that we have all 5 layers in our mold, we are going to decorate the top. And for this, I want this to be really like beautiful, luxurious, fancy kind of bar of soap. That's why we're using the Lush Linen fragrance. We have the black and white stripes. I've taken some 24 karat gold mica from Chemistry Connection, and I've mixed it up with just a tiny bit of olive oil, and I want to splatter this on the top of the soap. So I'm gonna get some in my pipette and just kind of, I'm gonna put a little in my pipette and then push out the majority so I can just do some splatters. I got a little too much on the left there, but then I did it again. That's okay. This is gonna be so pretty. Okay, I think that's more than enough gold. So what's gonna happen up here, that oil, the olive oil, is going to saponify and soak into the soap as it goes through the saponification process. And it's gonna leave us with just that beautiful gold mica glitter on the top. So it should be very pretty. The last thing I want to do with this soap is put some little curls on top. So I made this container full of black curls, and these are from another solid black soap that I had created. And I'm just gonna stick one in the side of each bar. I just shaved these soap curls down with a vegetable peeler, or shaved a bar of soap down with a vegetable peeler to create these. Just a little bit of whimsy decoration on the top. Thing I want to do is take this little fairy duster from Mad Micas. It's Sparkle Sunshine, and we don't need any more gold over on that side, but I'd like the tops of these black curls to get a little shimmer. I think that would be pretty. It's getting a little over there anyway, so that's quite all right. I think that's all I'm gonna do to this. Or do I want to do some poppy seeds? I'm not sure if I really want to do poppy seeds on here. So we're gonna do a few on one side and see what we think. Okay, we absolutely do want poppy seeds on here. This is cool. Gives it some cool texture. Just kind of sprinkling them on. If I sprinkle them right out of the container, I might get too much, and I don't want to do that. So we'll just do it between our hands. Make a little bit of a mess, but not too bad. Yeah, that was a good choice. I think that looks really pretty. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. Let me bring you guys in so you can see it a little closer. Here it is up close. Wildest Dreams. So before I cut into this, I have to show you guys what it looks like out of the mold. I did a jump for joy when this came out. It turned out absolutely stunning. So let's cut in and see the inside. Hands down, My favorite soap of all time that I've ever made. I can't think of anything cooler. The stripes turned out, got a little gold there, I'll clean that up. Stripes turned out absolutely perfect. It smells amazing, and I just am in love with the top. The simple curl and the poppy seeds and the gold. It's absolutely stunning and exactly what I wanted for our new store opening. I think this is going to be a favorite. I hope it's a favorite because this is one that I want to make many, many more times, if at all possible. Look. It's so hard sometimes to wait long enough to pour the next layer when you're doing a really detailed layer soap like this. And this fragrance worked out perfectly for these lines. It just really set up quickly. I wouldn't recommend this fragrance to somebody that wants to do like a very swirly design. I think it would probably get too thick too quickly. But since I was mixing these up in their own individual layers with the lye and waiting in between pouring each layer, it worked.